What up, though? This is your boy, Uncle Sean. Welcome to another episode of Chopping It Up with Uncle Sean. This is story number 3. And the name of this story is How I Became the Most Hated Boy in the 8th grade. And this is dedicated to my little cousin, Sydney, who I just met. I told her I was going to do this video. She was very interested to know how I became the most hated boy in the 8th grade. So here we go. The year is 1983, and I was in the 8th grade, and I was going to a new school called Greenfield Peace Lutheran, which was located on Outer Drive in Greenfield. I don't know what it is now, but the building's still there, and the church that was connected to the school is still there. It was my first year attending this school, and it was a K through 8 school. And most of the other kids that were there had been there since kindergarten. So they knew each other very well, and I was the new kid in the class. So, you know how that goes. Everybody else is, they've been knowing each other for years, and here you are, the new guy. So it was already a tenuous type of thing, and then also with my mouth, I always like to crack on people. So, I would crack on people, and they would crack on me, and I would crack and crack and crack, and you know. So in this school, which was a private school, uh, they had assigned seats. So I had to sit behind this girl named Kendra. I don't remember her last name, and if I did, I wouldn't say it. And she was a tall, dark skinned girl. Uh, not, I mean, I'm not gonna call her ugly or anything, but by my standards and most of the guys in the class standards at the time, she was not an attractive girl. Uh, and here was the problem: is that I sat behind her every day, so I kept getting a whiff of her. Um, Kendra did not smell very well. Okay, and being a kid in the 8th grade, we don't always know how to deal with those situations. Sometimes we deal with them, the wrong way. Most of the time we do. Um, Now, other people knew that this girl did not smell well. I mean, come on, they've been going to school with her for years. She didn't just start smelling bad in the 8th grade. I don't believe that. She didn't just start smelling bad when she started sitting in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like man, the it wasn't. It was like, how some people's house got a smell to it. It was like a stanky house smell. Like it was. I can't really describe it. It was like mildew, must, dirt, dust, funk. It was just an all-inclusive type smell. I couldn't pinpoint. I couldn't pinpoint no particular area where this smell was coming from. It was just her. Okay, so I'm sitting behind this girl every day, putting up with this. Now, luckily, we switched classes out, so I only had to sit behind her maybe, I'd say maybe 2 hours, or maybe 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever. So that means that other people were sitting behind this girl, on the side of her, in the front of her, in every which way, and I know they smelt this girl. Okay, now this is how I became the most hated boy in the 8th grade. Okay, uh, there was a Christmas uh, play or pageant or whatever you want to call it coming up for Christmas, and everybody in the class had to participate in some type of Christmas play activity, and this girl Kendra could play the piano very well. She was very good on the piano, and um, when we were practicing for the Christmas play or pageant or whatever it was, she, when it get to her part, she would do her piano solo or whatever, and every day, everybody would clap, because, hey, no doubt about it, the girl could play the piano, you know, very well. Now, one day, maybe a week before the Christmas play, we were in the lunchroom getting lunch. And I'm talking to about three or four guys. And, I'm telling them, hey, man, that girl Kendra stink, man. She smells bad. And they giggling and sniggling. And they knew it. Everybody knew it. And I was like, man, I sure hope she take a bath and straighten herself up for the Christmas play. Okay. Now these guys were all giggling and sniggling and laughing, but she overheard me. Yep, she overheard me. And when she overheard me, she busted out crying. Excuse me. She started crying, and she was boo-hooing. And everybody went over to her and was like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? What's wrong? Why are you crying?" And the girls take her off into the bathroom, and then they get it out of her that she overheard me say that she stinks, and that I hope that she cleans herself up, takes a bath, does whatever uh, for the Christmas play. And all the girls started coming down, chastising me, telling me I'm wrong and I'm bad and all of this. And then it was like the guys kind of just went along with them, and everybody in the class, they just made me the villain. I was just the villain. And at that point, when everybody started attacking me like I'd done something wrong or whatever, and I was like, well, first of all, I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to these other guys. Second of all, they was laughing. And third of all, you guys have been going to school with this girl since kindergarten, and you know she stink. Why in the hell won't you say nothing to her? Why do I have to say something to her? If y'all supposed to be her friends, how come y'all didn't tell this girl she stunk? Huh? But I'm the villain. So they all hated me. Yeah, I was ostracized. I was villainized. I was the new guy, and I had said something about their friend and made this girl who did not smell good cry. And it's my fault. Yeah, it was my fault. Because she stunk. And they all knew she stunk because nobody never said she didn't stink. Not one time did any of these people who were yelling and screaming at me and telling me what kind of a bad person I am and all of that, never one time did none of them say she don't stink. Yeah. And you know what happened? Because I still had to sit behind her. She straightened that problem out. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she started bazing. Bazing, that's right. That's what my grandmother used to say, bazing. Bazing her ass. I don't know if she started washing her clothes. I don't know what happened, but she didn't stink no more. So maybe I am a villain. Maybe I'm a jerk. Maybe I'm an a-hole. I might be all those things. But guess what? Sometimes you need the a-hole, the jerk. Sometimes you need that guy. This has been another episode of Chopping It Up with Uncle Sean. I hope you enjoyed the story. And if you did, like, comment, and share. I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Peace.